All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Spurg and Gun, and we are back talking comics once again. And you clicked on it, so you already know. And we're talking about Wolverine Madripoor Knights number 4, Quattro. And you know what? This is the best one so far. They've all been pretty good. 1 is really good. 2 and 3 are pretty good. 4 is, again, really good. I really like this issue quite a bit. I like the story. I like everywhere they go with it. This is kind of Cap's book. Like a lot of, like first issue is kind of like where we were, what happened, where we're going, jumping back into the adventure. Second one, we start getting into the meat of it. Then 3, they give us the Black Widow angle. Now 4, we're getting a bit into more of Cap's things. So we've had Wolverine, Black Widow, and Captain America. Now in this issue, all getting pretty good representation in this story, which is leading up to number 5, and it's going to be a good ending. I mean, look, again, this isn't trying to break give us a brand new kind of thing. This is filling in the gaps of some of the corners of the Marvel universe, just like X-Men Legends does. And Chris Claremont's writing in this book, I really liked it, man. And the art, man, there are panels in here that are just really good. I really dig this. And again, the reason I'm talking about it like that is because, I'm covering X-Men 97, and that's very cartoony. And this is taking one of the most famous Jim Lee books of all time and trying to do justice by not just having the writer return, but having a good artist return on this book. And I got to say, it's not letting me down at all. So as far as like a recap goes, yes, this is like what happened after Uncanny X-Men 268, the events of that, where the Hand are still trying to make Black Widow their master assassin. And in the last issue, they took her. And now Wolverine and Captain America have got to get her back before their ritual is finished and Black Widow is lost forever. And she already told them that if this happens, she's going to love what she does. She's going to have a lot of fun killing people. And it's even though the story is going where it's going to go, you can see it. It's, in all these stories, they go, oh, man, I really hope that, we don't lose this one. Or, man, all they really need to do to win is this. But it's always the villains have to get as close to victory as they possibly can in a lot of these stories. And I can't wait after the end of this one to see how it all wraps up. Is it going to be a healing factor thing? Is it going to be a brainwash thing that gets them out of it? I don't know. But another thing to bring up that I was, as I was reading this book for the first time, they brought in a character that I wanted to bring up. It's Matsuo Tsurabaya, who first showed up in Uncanny X-Men number 255. This is, again, right around that 268 era. This is when the Siege Perilous, after the fall of mutants, Wolverine went in. He's in Madripoor. Betsy Braddock went in, and something happened to her there, too, in Madripoor. And this is a connection to that. Because Matsuo, he had a lover named Kwannon. Kwannon is the ninja that Psylocke and her, after a ritual, basically are in both of each other's bodies, creating the character Revenge. I don't think I'm saying that right. But Matsuo and Kwannon, before her and Betsy became Psylocke and Revenge, both occupying the same bodies, by the way. They were lovers. They were on opposite sides of things. And she fell in a fight off a cliff. And this is when Betsy Braddock shows up. And so Matsuo's big plan was to bring her, put Kwannon's body into Psylocke's, Betsy Braddock's. And he employed a little character known as Spiral. If you know Spiral, you know the Mojoverse. So, but she's a trickster, and she ended up putting both women in both bodies. And Kwannon's becomes Revenge, who ends up going back into basically slave assassin labor. And Betsy Braddock, Psylocke, mixed with Kwannon, becomes a ninja assassin for the X-Men. Um, and Matsuo was directly involved in this body swap, like I said. And he's got a horribly scarred body. He's a former leader of the Hand. He's former Yakuza upstarts. He's also a former ally to the Mandarin, who helped make Psylocke into his little master ninja for a minute too during this time period of comic books. And so I just wanted to bring that up as we talk, because the character is going to pop up, and I just like bringing up that kind of history to kind of give a little extra flavor to the book talking, the book discussion. So without further ado, we are going to get into Wolverine Madripoor Nights right now. All right. So this is the cover. Now, I look at this cover and I'm like, man, that villain is really impressive looking. He looks like Hulk Ninja. Unfortunately, this is one of the only parts of the book that I was like, man, the cover artist and the internal artist, just there's different. But like, look, the art inside is still really good from Salazar. I love this cover. Madripoor, Hightown's the most modern city in the world. Nothing quite like it on the planet. But every town has its back alleys, especially one founded like the island around it by pirates. I'm a hunter. I know them all. Guy with me is the total opposite. He's a hero to the core. A man of ideals, a force for good. Me, not so much. First time we met, it was to save a kid who grew up to become one of our closest friends. The Hand want to turn Natasha Alyanova Romanoff into their ultimate master assassin. We mean to stop him, just like the last time when the three of us first met. Whatever it takes. To the end of the road, Bunky! Captain America, the leader, walking the wild side of the soul. That is so Claremont. I love it. While you and Natasha were prepping for the Prince's auction, I'd been scouring Global and Avengers data archives for your and Natasha's history with the Hand. Last issue from Meticulous Arc. And with Madripoor. As near as I can discover, pirates and assassins have shared this island with the indigenous populace for centuries. The Hand were everyone's enemies. Things came to a head a few generations back. Outright civil war. The Crown won. The Hand have behaved ever since. Till tonight. When she was growing up, Natasha was recruited into the secret Russian Red Room program. There she became the Black Widow. Her rep was impressive. She was one of the very best agents they had, until she was sent back to Madripoor. That is a lot. Okay, now this right here, unfortunately, is just a big, hey, if you don't know any of this history, exposition dump. So, I mean, this part right here is a little off because a lot of people that, that if you're just reading this for the first time now and you're getting a history lesson, great. But for the most of us, this is kind of like getting a tutorial in every single game that you know by heart. You know what I mean? The same kind of style, and just like, yeah. Not bad. It's put there for a reason, but it's kind of like two characters talking about something they both know exactly what they're talking about, and they're like, yeah, why are you telling me all this? Yep. Tosh and me were both here. We were on different sides back then, but we stayed friends. I couldn't help keeping an eye on our little Serena, just in case, Not that she ever needed it. Moscow, Russia. Only this time, I knew different. The order came from the very top. The Black Widow's latest mission would take her back to Madripoor. She wasn't happy. Something about this caper felt wrong. But she was the best. Nothing fazed her. Certainly not childhood terrors. So she followed instructions and walked right into a trap. Tasha's boss in Moscow had sold her out to the Hand, one agent he didn't much like in exchange for cash and power. Their goal was to finish what they started, her transformation into their latest, maybe greatest, master assassin. Which is where I came in, jumping through the window like a goddamn freak show. No, I'm just kidding. Wasn't in time to prevent her being grabbed, but that was okay by me. I wasn't here just to help Tasha. I was going to do my best to bring the hand to an end, once and for all. Your timing leaves something to be desired, little uncle. Apologies, princess. I ran into some trouble on the way, but here I am, aren't I? Like I always promised. So let's get down to business. Which is what we did, with a vengeance. You thought you'd won. Knew better than that. Hands are as hard to kill as you and me, but crippled them? Yeah, that for sure. Till the next time. Fate had other ideas. Back in those days, while Natasha was tying up loose ends in Moscow and leaving the Rodina to head west to become a superhero, I had problems of my own. Snicked. This I love. I love this. This is a really good panel. I really love it. For the longest time after I got these, I lost track of my past. Lost track of myself. What was done to you was wrong, and those who did it, monsters. To a fair chunk of the world, gene jokes like me, we're the monsters. Don't matter if some of us are kids, or how many times we save the whole damn omniverse. All that matters is that we're mutants, feared and hated by the world we've chosen to protect. Another, like, throw out the brand, you know, throw out the old logos of the world rejects us and we protect them anyway. Ever wonder what might have happened if that ever changed? If all us mutants started hating back and acting on it? I'm an idealist. I hope, I pray that never happens. But if either side decides to cross that line, Logan, they'll have to go through me first. I like you. I like you too. We've arrived. You knew? You have your way of hunting, I have mine. We're both the best. We're both right. I get it. Different trails. Leads us to the same destination. The old U.S. consulate makes sense since here's where the original spells were cast. But you knew that from reading Uncanny X-Men number 268, didn't you? Because yes, that's where they showed the backstory of the Struckers and them trying to do the ritual way back then in the World War II days. Are we close enough for you to tell what's going on? Oh yeah, time to teach the hand a lesson. Again. For human sense, Natasha, Tiger, Sapphire Sticks, and the hand's local boss, their lesser jonin, Matsuo Tsurabaya. Like I said, there he is. He's got very Wolverine hair. And this guy, okay, like, I'm not saying he's not like a big ninja Frankenstein. That's what he is, but he just looked better on the cover. I recognize who she's up against. One of the hand's primo demon assassins, Tamashi no Darakusha, the corrupter of the soul. Natasha's fighting for her very soul and loving every moment. The odds are impossible. The Serena does not care. She's here to win. You seem nervous, Matsuo. Let me go, Sticks. The widow needs my help. Not a chance, Tiger. Held as you are on my shield protecting me from any attack. You think that matters, cretin? All you're doing is killing us both. Are things not going quite as expected? Psycho Jonin, the supreme assassin, honors me with her presence. Of course I do. Now that's a wicked god. Good for you, girl. But you didn't answer my question, boy. All goes well. Before the hour of the damned is past, the widow will be ours. The hand's deadliest assassin supreme. I've heard such boasts almost as many times as Logan has. I'm still here. My soul still free. I too have heard such defiant words before. Many times. Us! They are but words. Logan, do you see what's happening to Natasha? Time to move fast, Cap. This hour of the damned is bound by today's solar eclipse. It's when the hand can open the gates between the realm of the living and what lies beyond. Her transformation's already begun. We have to save Natasha before the eclipse ends, or the change becomes permanent. From what you tell me, their boss Matsuo sees us as a pair of cliches. Blunt force actors, one with a shield, the other with claws. So let's play to that bias. We don't just move. We move smart. I'll use the skills you're known for. And say it out loud, by the way. I'll telegraph all my moves by saying it out loud. Brutal blunt force. You use mine, agility and speed. And in the process, ghost walk right past the Genin. Now, I do like that. I do like the plan. It's like they're going to flip the script a little bit. Cap's going to go hard. And Wolverine's going to go stealth mode through these guys, just like acrobatics, and natural abilities without touching any of them. Gotta say, the man deserves his rep. Plan's not bad. Might even give us a decent chance. Assuming Natasha can keep from getting cut again. Whew. Ah! I'll stick you, motherfucker! Easier said than done. My turn. Snicked. And I mean, come on. Swish, slice, swash. And she's smiling, loving every second of it. And there he is just, aren't there more of you to kill? My job right now is to cover Natasha's back. Cap gets to handle the Tamashi. Which he proceeds to do. In his own unique style. Clang! Ta-da! That is a 10 from the judges, except for Russia gives him a 0.1. Cling! Cling! Badass. What the devil? Delightful display, Captain. I truly confess I have never seen better. Credulous costume fool. Did you really, truly think it would be that easy? Logan, Steve, the demon's not dead in his touch. Fate have mercy, it feels so glorious. Wrong place, wrong time to ask for mercy, darling. Being Avengers, they both take the hit in stride. Truth is, more Natasha slashed, more she likes it. Hand's got a tight demon hold on her body. Next target, her soul. She did say that she was gonna start loving this as it went on if they got her. The Widow can't take much more of this, Logan. Long as we breathe, Cap, we fight. Long as we fight, Tasha, we do it together as a team, and we don't give up until we win. That's another great panel. I love it. Gut instinct says, go for the bosses, Matsuo and the Psycho Jonin. I can see Cap feels the same, but it's taking all three of us to handle the Tamashi, and that only barely. The three of us have saved worlds. Doesn't mean squat right now. Our hits count for nothing. His transformed Natasha even more. Is that fear I see on your face, Matsuo, tucked beneath your false bravado? Is the wannabe Jonin afraid of the woman he thought easy prey? Let me give you a reason for that fear. Oh, little one, I could watch you play like this forever. But you have a destiny. And this is pretty hardcore. And I am here to ensure you fulfill it. Fear not, my darling. You will be back here soon enough to claim the lives and souls of both your friends. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. And laugh in delight as you do so. I mean, come on, man. That's like straight up horror. Not if I can help it, fiend. Yeah, it's like the hole in the wall in Baldur's Gate 3, except nope, that's not working the same. Can you use a little help here, Wolverine? Be right there. Just finishing up some business. Challenge always is executing lightning fast precision moves with a body that feels like it weighs a ton. I do it every time. Hurts every time. That's another thing to always think about is whenever Wolverine's moving, he's lugging around a freaking adamantium skeleton. So whenever you see him, it's not like he's moving around. You should, you have to think of it as like the strength that it takes just to walk around. And then if you were to go ahead and be in one of these action scenes, like the kind of like willpower that would take. In the end, I don't care. Mission matters, not the cost. Claws are my anchor. Hand is caps. Now to hold on, no matter what. Easier said than done as the genin descend on me. I ignore their attack. I heal the hurt. Although, wouldn't mind a little help. Enter the tiger, who finally busted herself loose from Sapphire Sticks. Wolverine, your anchor claws. The floors around them is giving way. All or nothing moment. I make the ultimate effort. I lose. I did it! Merciless lords of the underrealms! I did it! These heroes are no more! The hand, have won. To be concluded. With issue number 5. As our stalwart heroes have now come under the influence and are now, technically, are they all master assassins? Like I said, is this going to be fixed with a ritual? Will this be fixed because of some sort of protective anti-brainwashing thing that Black Widow fights through? Is the super serum going to fight this? I don't know. Will Wolverine's healing factor be a factor in the end of this story? I don't know, but I really liked the hero's reaction at the end. And again, I think this is Chris's best book. I think that as he got going, man, I think he's gotten better with this story, and I can't wait to see how he wraps it up with issue number 5 that we'll be talking about as soon as it comes out, man, or as soon as I have, when it comes out and I have the private time to do this kind of recording. Because doing the voice stuff, I don't do that in front of people. I don't like recording in front of other people. I certainly don't like doing voiceover when people are around. So I'm hoping that when it comes out, I'll be able to do it right away. Otherwise, be patient, and we'll be back with issue number 5 as soon as I can. But don't forget to hit like, subscribe, comment, and look for all the other stuff on here. If you like more comic stuff, look for the Gambit stuff. I'll put it in all these little links around me, all the comic stuff that we've got on the channel to look through. Some going all the way far back as like 2018, 2017, when I first got back into comics. So if you want to look nostalgia-wise at what was going on in comics back then, go check those out too. Otherwise, keep reading comics, be good to each other, and I'll see you on the next video, bubs. Bye.